Wow. That's the end of that song, which means that's the beginning of this program. Is this a program? Is this a show? Is this a live stream? Is this a podcast? Whatever. What's up, everybody? How you doing? It is Monday, Halloween Eve. I've got sawdust. I just realized I've got sawdust on my face. Sorry about the sawdust. Sorry about the glitter, bros. Somebody reminded me the other day that that sawdust is man glitter, and I thought that was funny, and it was a reminder. And I don't know why my camera was up so high. Or so with the tilt. I don't know. We'll fix it, guys. We'll fix it in post. Don't worry about it. We'll get to it. We'll fix it in post. Don't worry about it. All right, shout out to the early comers in the chat, Frank Dominguez, Wesley's Fish Club, and Derek Palmer. You were early enough to the chat to get a shout out, right? Is that how that works? I think that's how that works. But also, let's give a shout out to Rebecca Lowry, Paula Kreinberg, Aubrey, Skog Shrimp and Stuff, Robbie Guppin Art, Robbie, Robin Guppy Art, Skog Shrimp and Stuff, Zip Gun, and who else? Who else in the chat? Alyssa Bentley and Fish Fam Link. Is Fish Fam Link a person? Have we figured out if Fish Fam Link is an actual person? Yeah. Robin Guppy Art, hello. Got to pick up the kid from school, so we'll enjoy the antics while I'm in traffic. Oh, amazing. I was going to say, well, hopefully traffic lasts a long time because then you'll be able to enjoy that. But no, hopefully traffic does not last a long time. As you guys know, I don't like traffic. Did you guys know that about me? I mean, I know we're peeling the layers of the onion here, getting deep into those topics that most people don't want to talk about, like your dislike of traffic. You know, I know that that's pretty intense for some people. It's just a lot to take in. And, but I got to admit, guys, on this day, October 30th, 2023, I don't like traffic. Not a fan. I know. It's a big deal. It's a big deal, and I know it's going to take a lot of folks out there a lot of time to cope with hearing that news. You know, hearing that news is going to be pretty intense for a lot of you. Not a lot of viewers today. I don't know what's going on. Maybe you guys are just super excited for Halloween Eve. Maybe that's the deal. Maybe you're all hungover from your Halloween parties. I did notice a few posts from some friends and whatnot that had gone to Halloween parties. Excuse me. That had gone to Halloween parties over the weekend, and I realized that three things I realized. Thing one is that for what I think are two of the reasons, I think I wasn't invited to any Halloween bashes. One of the reasons, most of my friends are getting old now. Most of my friends are getting older, and because they're getting older, they probably aren't even doing a Halloween party, right? They probably aren't even doing one, so you're probably not going to get invited. And or they're not doing a Halloween party, or as if they are doing a Halloween party, it's for the kids, and or what was posted to what I saw earlier this week was that somebody was invited to a bougie wine Halloween party, and I believe they wore a costume to it. Not exactly. No one else wore a costume. It was just like, hey, come over and drink wine with the parents. And I don't even know if I think I would get invited to a Halloween party for wine drinking, for the reason that we will illustrate right now, as we have reached a milestone known to few, known to many over the years. 9 years, 5 months, and 17 days, a.k.a. 3,457 days of sobriety. So a lot of people don't invite me to stuff for that reason, because they're like, dude, we're gonna be doing keg stands, bro, or whatever. And they're like, yeah, man, we just thought you wouldn't want to come because we were just gonna be doing shots and getting hammered. And I'm like, yeah, it would have been nice to get the invite as a human being, you know. I think that's the reality, is that, like, you like to get invited, or at the very least, get invited, show up for an hour or two, and then leave before it gets too late. You know what I mean? I give the, like, oh, God, I got to get up in the morning. I got things, you know, the kid, you know. But then it would be nice to go do that stuff. But alas, we are now living in a world of post-COVID / whatever. So it is what it is. The excitement for Halloween this year will be encapsulated around the tiny daughter person, the tiny daughter human. Tiny daughter human. My daughter is 4, and she's about to turn 5. She's on the cusp of turning 5. She's basically 5. Her birthday is very soon. So she's essentially like a late 4. She's a late 4 person. And how many months is she? Let's see. 4 years, 9 months. I don't know. I guess we could. Well, it would help if she was 4 years and 9 months. Okay, 48 plus 11. 59 months. There. I couldn't even look that up. 48 months plus 11 months. 59 months. It's been 59 months consecutive having a daughter. We're about to go 60, bros. We're about to go 60 months consecutively having a daughter. I haven't missed a single month yet having a daughter. Is it my friend's birthday today? Oh my God, that's exciting. I'm going to call them after the show. And I'm going to sing him happy birthday. It's going to be exciting. They're probably not going to answer the phone because I'm going to call. They're probably going to be busy. They're not going to answer the phone, and I'm going to leave the most embarrassing the most embarrassing to some people, right? I guess. Me, I don't know. Happy birthday singing on their answering machine about how it's their birthday. You know? And then it's going to be great. And then, I'll get a text from them later. I'll get like 900 texts from them later because they'll be like, I don't want to talk on the phone. I don't know. That's a thing now. People don't like talking on the phone now. It's a thing. Like, hey, man, just give a call. You can give a shout, right? You know, you can just give a shout out on the phone. It's not a big deal. And you could be like, dude, I only got 20 minutes. Set a timer. And then you just go, it's been 20 minutes. I got a thing I got to go to, man. All right, I'll check with you later. Because I do that with a lot of people when I actually get them on the phone. Is just be like, oh, yeah, I've got like a half an hour to chat. And then you do a different thing. I can't show you this clip from the football game yesterday. I can't show you this clip from the football game yesterday because I'll probably get copyright. I'll probably get copyright litigation or something against me for showing you this clip from the football game. The Seattle football Seahawks yesterday played in their throwback jerseys. These jerseys look like they're from the 90s, like the early 90s, which was amazing. It was great. If you're not a football fan, just imagine that Elvira showed up wearing her Elvira outfit as opposed to just in her regular street clothes. That would be a vibe. What's a different vibe? Imagine that Harrison Ford showed up dressed up as Imbiamba Jones, and instead of Harrison Ford's street clothes, I don't know. I'm trying to think of something contemporary that's like minus 30 years or whatever, right? Anyhow, they played that game yesterday. It was a pretty tomfoolery-ish game. But what was pretty funny is that Jamal Adams deflected a pass with his head because he was jumping up in the air. It went straight off of his head, flew up into the sky. Our player caught it for an interception, leading to a game-winning drive for a touchdown. And I want to play that clip for you, but there's nothing I can do about it. I can't show it to you, so I'm just describing it. Hey, guys, it's guys playing footballs. Yeah. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good game. It was a pretty good game all around, except for the fact that, like, it was there was a lot of stuff where it was just like, just get your shit together and win this game. Like, I don't understand what all these weird mistakes are about. But, you know, we have a Seattle football Seahawks team with a lot of young guys. We have a lot of young guys and a couple of old guys. And the couple of old guys are trying to say, don't do the thing or do the thing or whatever. And the young guys are like, yeah, I'm going to do my own thing. And then the referee flags them for it. That's basically what that boils down to. So, yeah. But I was hoping that they would have just played the game. What? Leonard Williams, this breaking news for the Seattle football Seahawks. Leonard Williams from the New York Football Giants has agreed to terms with the football squad. I did not expect to see that news at this juncture today. That is not any of the 5 people that were on the list to possibly become a Seahawk before the trade deadline, which is tomorrow, Halloween. Anyhow, going back to Halloween, a little segue there with the Seahawks. Sorry about that. Got distracted. I got distracted by the news, man. The fucking news. Anyhow, so the Halloween is going to be all about Olivia. Vicky and I both decided to not get an outfit. It probably would have been. It would have been a reasonable good. I think it would have been a reasonably good idea for us to get an outfit, but realistically, in these times of unemployment, uncertainty, blah blah blah, all that jazz, whatever kind of jazz you want to put on, talking about not having a job. We decided to not spend the money on some outfits. We were going to wear some old costumes, but they really would have not matched what Olivia had going on. So we just decided not to. So that's the direction that we went as parents. I don't know if it was the right direction or the wrong direction. Somebody out there is probably going to tell me that we are right, and then somebody will probably tell us that we were wrong. But we just decided to not spend the money at this point for some outfits. That was weird. Okay. We just decided to not spend the money on outfits for when we go trick-or-treating is basically what that boiled down to. And so Olivia is dressing up as Belle. Princess Belle, right? Princess Belle from Beauty and the Beast. If you guys are familiar with the Beauty and the Beast franchise. She will be dressing up in that golden ball gown and whatnot. She has all of the stuff. And believe it or not, she's been wearing that outfit. She's going to be wearing that. She's been wearing that outfit quite a bit, I'm telling you. She's been dressed up in that outfit constantly in a belle of the ball gown, running around. She has these bright ball gown shoes where she's running amok. They're sparkly, high heel, strappy shoe. It's, you know, it's a whole thing. You know, it's a whole thing. Aubrey says making up costumes with what you have is more fun than just buying a costume. Yeah, I don't know. We'll probably just dress up like a couple of hillbillies tomorrow and take her out trick-or-treating. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Throw on some cowboy boots, cowboy hat, you know. I already have all that, you know. So we'll just dress up. We'll dress up like that, you know. So that's what's going on with Halloween. Hopefully you guys have some really cool Halloween plans. I wanted to double check the weather. So pretty consistently over the last, 8 to 9,000 years, it has rained on Halloween in my neck of the woods, where I live in the world, the west coast of these United States. And it looks like it's not going to rain tomorrow, which is wild. It's not going to rain today. Yeah, it was a really sunshiny, nice day, but cold. It was 22 degrees when I got up this morning. It should be 25 tomorrow. Oh, it's a warming trend, guys. We're on a warming trend. It's going to be 25 degrees tomorrow morning. But no rain tomorrow, and then the rain is just... So 1 inch of rain on Wednesday, 1.5 inches of rain on Thursday, 1/2 inch on Friday, 3/4 on Saturday. God, this is going to be... It's going to be moist out here. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, it shall be moist here in the Pacific Northwest over the next week. So prepare yourselves for the slop. Don't worry. I got my rain gear handy and my cute boots. I got my cute boots and my rain gear. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to deal with it. Our chat is full of gifted memberships like crazy. We had 20 gifted memberships from Rebecca Lowry. Thank you very much, Rebecca. I very much appreciate that. It has been a pleasure to have been able to come out and help you the last while, and it is a pleasure to receive some gifted memberships. We got to update these numbers. We lost 2 members earlier in the day, so we went to 108. It's sad that we lost those 2, but it is what it is. But now we've gifted 20, so we got to add 20 to the 108. We're at 128 members now, but we got to hold that with bated breath because it's a lot of gifted memberships. We have a lot of gifted memberships happening right now, and they're going to expire after a month, and then we're all going to be sad. So if you've been gifted a membership, at the very least, comment on the video, Replay Team 6 gifted a membership that I didn't even know I wanted. Right? I didn't even know I wanted this membership, but you do want it. The dividends are going to blow your mind over the next however long. I'm going to count them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I only counted 19. Can we believe it? Can we believe it? I don't know if we can believe it. I only counted 19. Doesn't have to be with bated breath. We could brush our teeth. I do brush my teeth. Brush my teeth 2 to 3 times a day. Yeah, because I think taking care of your teeth is very important. Taking care of your mouth is very important. Yeah, I believe that. And I believe there's a lot of empirical data backing me up on that belief. So it's not even just necessarily just a belief. It's a belief founded in truth. Yeah. I'm going to drink all this coffee. What was that at the door? Babe? Oh, maybe she left. Hold on. We're going to check and see what that was. Yeah. Thanks, babe. It turns out she didn't leave. It was a package. And we're okay. We didn't die. We weren't murdered. So that's a good thing. Definitely a positive on my list of positives. Speaking of that, Skog Shrimp and Stuff with a $34.57 super chat says ever closer to 10 years. Well, thank you, brother. Yeah, I'm getting closer and closer to the 10-year sober mark. Which I think it's inspired a lot of sort of, I don't know what the word is. It's been a weird time this last couple months, and it's definitely inspired a lot of sort of introspection. I think realistically is more or less what's been going on. I've been definitely thinking about a lot of things over the last 2 months, and it has been fairly intense stuff, I think. Some fairly basic stuff, but I've had a lot of time to sort of be muddling around thinking about life changes or life, the betterment of life and stuff like that. And I do have to say, my life definitely is at a much, it's hard to like put into words, but my life has been categorically improved over the last 10 years. Well, 9 years and 5 months, to a point where, thinking about my old life is almost, it doesn't even seem real. Does that make sense? Like, it seems like a weird, it seems like almost made up at times. I don't know if made up is the right thing. It's sort of like, I guess in the literary world would be like Alice in Wonderland, right? I think it almost feels something like that, of like, oh, I lived this other life, and then I came out from there as a different person, but the same person. I don't know. It's very odd. And I don't know, maybe everybody goes through that. Maybe everybody goes through that in life. Maybe I'm just having a midlife crisis, even though midlife should have been a few years ago, because I'm beyond the 40 mark. I know that 40 is supposed to be the middle of life, but that doesn't make a whole lot of sense when you think about it. You're not even supposed to live to be 80, right? What's the current lifespan? I did hear a report that Life expectancy in the U.S. has been going down. Oh, whoops. Yeah, it's been going down. Life expectancy in the United States has been dropping, which is not good. But it also does kind of make sense how many people died from COVID and whatnot. We've talked about that before, where that number, it doesn't sound like a crazy big number necessarily in the terms of numbers that are thrown out on media all the time. And, because we're constantly hearing about billionaires and all this crazy stuff. And the U.S. population is, 335 million, whatever. And you go like, 1.2 or 1.4 million people died from COVID. That's actually crazy. When you put it into perspective of how many people died from AIDS. How many people died from AIDS all time USA? Which I think, yeah, that was crazy to think of the 40 years that HIV/AIDS has been around. Only 700,000 people died the whole time. Combined, right? And then I think COVID was like what? What was COVID? How much was it? Was it 1.4 million or something like that? Oh my God. North America, 1.6 million. 1.6 million North America, Europe 2 million, Asia excluding China 1.5 million, China 121,000. That doesn't sound right. South America 1.36 million. Yeah, that's pretty wild. Yeah. So I'm guessing that that's probably why, or one of the contributing factors as to why the life expectancy has dropped. So in 2019, oh my God, this is actually never mind, this is pre-COVID. This only goes to 2020. Okay, so 2020, it was 77.2. 2021, it was... Oh, that's weird. I guess we're going to end up with different numbers here. Medium life expectancy in the United States, or just the world now, is 81.6. Okay. So I guess you are supposed to live to be 80. I thought it was 72. Well, I do have to say that I kind of have to throw out the numbers from other countries because I am from the U.S., right? Let's explore more. So I wonder what's the actual contributing the contributing factor there. But either way, I guess it's supposed to be 78. So I guess 40 does make sense. So maybe you should get weird at 40. Catherine Thomas says, I don't know, but my remaining grandfather will be 97 in December. Yeah, actually, we went to Grandma's 96th birthday the other day, but my 3 other grandparents are dead. So, yeah, she's chewing up all those extra years. She's messing up the curve, right? Or I guess she's just probably covering. She's actually probably just covering the over under for my grandfather that died. I think, how old was Grandpa when he died? Let's see, he was in World War II. Mom is 70 now. So Grandpa would have been 90. He would have been at least 90 this year, right? So he must have been 60 something. Yeah. 60 something? I don't know. I'll call Mom and figure it out. Anyhow, welcome, Passing Wind. There's a channel I look forward to seeing. What? The Passing Wind? Passing Wind. There actually is a channel called Passing Wind that was gifted a membership. Welcome. Welcome. Derek Palmer Creative says, I feel like midlife is 35 now. Life expectancy has gone down by a few years. It did drop a couple of years, but it dropped to a higher number than I thought it was initially. So it had dropped, but it dropped to 77 point whatever. Yeah. And now apparently it's climbed back up to 80. So I'm not 100% sure. Opioid epidemic did unkind things to life expectancy. It does unkind things to everyone's life expectancy, for sure. It will shorten your life, for sure. Scott Shrimp Stuff 29 is feeling midlife lately. My crisis purchase is going to be a garage. That's a worthwhile crisis purchase. I like that. I feel like a midlife crisis where you buy a Porsche or whatever is just not... It's not good math, dude. You're going to buy and you're investing in something that is going to immediately depreciate in value at a terrific rate. That is just a bad idea all around, I think. So what I would recommend is, if you're going to have a midlife crisis, adding a building to your property is just generally a good idea. I personally think it's just a good idea, because you're just going to increase the value of your property, right? And increasing the value of your property, the valuation of your property, in my opinion, is always a good investment. Always. It's always a good investment, bro. And what is all this crap I have open here? Okay, yeah. How about a garage for your Porsche? Yeah, do the garage first, though. And then if you have Porsche money left over, first, sponsor this channel, then buy a Porsche. Okay, build a garage. In this order, this is the order of operations. Build a garage. Then if you have money to buy a Porsche, sponsor this channel, and then buy a Porsche after the fact. It's odd looking back at the changes things seem. The changes. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm reading like a weirdo. It's odd to look back at the changes. Things seem the same, yet almost alien. So many big changes and things from when I was in high school. Smartphones are a huge change. Yet they seem like I've had one forever. Yeah, actually, that is a big difference. And this morning, while I was getting sawdust in my hair, apparently, I was listening to Nate Bargatze. Was apparently on Saturday Night Live. I listened to his monologue that came up in my autoplay, and he was actually talking about a bunch of stuff. Because I think in it he said he's 43 or something, 44, 45, 40 something, and just how different things were when we were kids. It's weird. I was uniquely born in a year, in between. Like I was born in 1980, and I was born in between generations, essentially, right? Like when I was a kid, video games came out. I think like 1984, the Nintendo Home Entertainment System, the NES release date. I was probably get this wrong. No, it was 1985. Okay, it was 1985. The Nintendo Entertainment System came out. And I believe I got mine on Christmas of 1985. It might have been 1986. I can't be 100% on that. My God, man, it was $150. I feel like I owe my parents some money. But I really, like, that's the generation I grew up with. Like, the Nintendo Entertainment System came out. The nightly news existed, all that stuff, like, so when did the internet begin? Because I know ARPANET came out in 83, but that's like nobody was actually doing that. There wasn't really anybody doing that. Let's see. Internet protocols. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Usenet, IRC, email, all this crap came out when I was a kid. Which, by the way, is still completely astounding to me that anybody who's like 58 years old has no fucking clue what the shit is going on with the internet. Anybody that's 70 years old is like, well, these computers. And, you know, when I was a kid, I would remind people that, like, when I was a kid, growing up, those adult people, those adults were always screaming about how you can't believe everything you see on the internet this, the internet that, blah, blah, blah. And now those dipshits get onto Facebook and they're somehow, you know, they're flat earthers now. They believe in election conspiracies now. You know, the list goes on and on. But, yeah, it's wild to see how many of those exact same people that when I was a kid are like, you can't believe everything, blah, blah, blah. And but they fall for anything and everything. As long as somebody is speaking in that convincing what's that what is that called? Transatlantic accent. This accent. It's half British, half American. Here we go.
Now tell me you've forsaken your beloved whiskey and whiskies.
Harriet Brown, of course. I suppose I'll have to see her.
Against the rules of the house to discuss the classics?
Must I go back to America? Can't I stay here?
There it is, the transatlantic accent. But they speak it slowly, like Ronald Reagan. And the next thing you know, they're convinced whatever the fuck that person said. Like the earth is flat, you know? Or get a suntan on your buns. And sorry, more specifically, was it the perineum? Perineum. How do you spell that? Perineum? Perineum. Let's pronounce
Perineum.
it. Perineum.
Perineum.
The area between the anus and scrotum or vulva. Yes, those people were getting sunburns on their perineums and thinking it was curing cancer. I don't know. It's very weird, but yeah. I'm sure they will take it out in trade. What's that? And it was amazing, and you could play on your game on TV. Atari. Rest in peace, Chandler from the Friends TV show. Yeah. Another reason for me to be grateful of my sobriety is that I didn't drown in my non-existent pool. I don't have a pool, so I can't drown in it. We do have a hot tub here, but it is a derelict hot tub that needs to get removed from the property. We've never used it. We were told that it worked when we bought the house. Not a feature that we wanted. We were told that it worked, but no guarantees. When I went to plug it in, all it ever did was, when I went to plug it in, when I went to go turn it on, all it did was continually pop the breakers and cause problems. So I dewired the whole thing. I don't know if that's the right way to describe that. I removed all of the electrical from the house associated with the hot tub installation. There we go. That's a much better way to put it. I removed all of that, and it is no longer connected electrically to anything. It is full of water still. We haven't drained it, mainly because we don't have a plan. I gotta borrow a trailer and cut the thing up and take it to the dump, and that is going to be a bummer. And I would much rather not do that, I guess, would be the explanation. I would much rather not break down a hot tub for free. Or actually, I'd have to pay for the privilege of breaking down the hot tub with my blood and my sweat and my time and my money, because I'll have to pay to take it to the dump. The money you owe your parents is trade. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, it makes sense. That makes sense. I made them a granddaughter so they can chill out on getting repaid for the Nintendo Entertainment System. But it is wild that it was $150 back then. It's pretty wild that I got it. Here's a bit of a backstory on your boy here. When I was a kid, my sister found out where they hid the presents. My parents hide the presents when I was a kid. My sister found that location, and she showed me that I was going to get a Nintendo for Christmas. And when we got to the dinner table that night, I could not keep the secret from my mom that Santa got us a Nintendo. I couldn't keep the secret. The secret was out that we were bad kids. Yep. Alyssa says, turn the hot tub into a pond. It's just not feasible. It's just not a feasible maneuver. And by the way, I don't understand these people that turn their pool into a pond. I don't get that either. That just seems like a fucking nightmare. But I don't get that either. But you know, to each his own, do whatever you want, but it's just not viable. Just not viable to turn the hot tub into a small, freestanding, weird pond that, in my opinion, would just always look like shit. You know, they would just look bad. So I don't think, no reason to do that. Victor Coco says, thanks for live streaming. Well, you're welcome. You must be leaving. So good to see you, Victor. Hope you have a good week. I'll probably be back before Monday, so, you know, keep your notification bell on, because we'll probably do some live streaming at some point. Derek Palmer says, I need a new garage. Porsche is a goal, adding sponsorship to my goals list for you. Well, thanks, buddy. Very much appreciate it. We all need a new garage, me included. That's why I have the sawdust in my hair. I'm trying to fix up the garage so that the live streams will be out there, and Vicky will be able to park her car inside because it got cold. I don't know if you guys noticed it got cold outside. Everything's frozen. So that's moved up the priority list that Vicky would be able to park her car inside, as I'm told. Alyssa says, I don't even know how much you'd have to clean it to get the hot tub chemicals out. As far as I know, As far as I know, it's not too incredibly difficult. You basically just overdose with safe a few times and let it run, and that's basically what'll happen. It's like when they do those goldfish events. They put goldfish in the local pool. They basically just make all of the chlorine and everything inert with Seachem safe. And yeah, I think that's just basically all that you'd really have to do. But the inside of it would always look like a hot tub. That would be the bigger issue. It's like remaking it so that it would look natural to some degree, and that just sounds like a shitload of work that I don't want to do. Like for what? I guess for a YouTube video, I guess I could put like an alligator gar or something in there, and then people would freak out and they would love it, and they would come and watch the YouTube video. I guess I don't know. It would be exciting. Hello. I don't know. Something was making a weird vibrating sound. Maybe it was me. Very well could have been me. I don't understand why I suddenly have phlegm going on here. This is very weird. I'm going to drink some water this time. Maybe I'm dying. Could be that I'm dying. I bought some armor, and I started fighting in the SCA again. An injury, not fighting related, and work put my back out. But I want to start up again. Yeah, go for it. I'm going to tell you, if you can go out and do some melee fighting with weapons, not a bad idea. Definitely probably a good workout. Oh, Victor with the Happy Halloween. Thanks, buddy. Well, Happy Halloween to you. It should be fun. Guessing a fun evening of running around in the cold weather out there. But that's fine. We're walking, going door to door. So should be fine. Should be fun. I don't know. I wonder how many kids we're going to get this year. To this house. We'll see. Probably not lots, but probably a lot more than last year, I would guess. I guess I don't know if anybody even wants me to talk about the title of the video today. I titled it that because it was something I was thinking about. With just how much negativity I see in the from the air quote fish fam community about most of the political topics. That that's one thing I really like talking. I really like talking politics. Most people don't want to talk politics with me. They just want to leave a comment and say that I'm a piece of shit. So, yeah. So, chances are I'm probably going to have to reach way outside of the fish community to start talking politics again. What is this? What is that? Get out of here. What is this? I'm getting all these weird emails. Okay. I think that there's just a really strange conservative thread within the air quote fish fam community. But yeah, I think realistically regarding that situation is that I've noticed that there's an insane amount of really weird closed-minded conservative minds in the air quote fish fams, whatever you want to call it. And it's a little unsettling to me that it seems to be that way. And I wonder if a lot of the people that are not necessarily like-minded as me or whatever, but in the community, I think they're probably just don't really want to engage that much, I think is probably the reality. And we noticed, was it last week? I think we noticed last week, when Vicky was here, somebody was trolling with some ridiculous commentary, and then of course I banned that account, and then the the anti-Jewish, basically like the anti-Semitic account all of a sudden shows up also, and you realize like, oh, these are the people in the Fish Fam that have like multiple YouTube accounts so that they can leave like troll comments on stuff. I think it's very odd. I think it's very odd that dynamic is here. But speaking to that dynamic, I'm gonna have to probably go like way outside of the Fish Fam here to even get like any kind of conversation back and forth with people. Well, there are a lot of air quote Fish Fam from very red areas. Yeah, I believe that's accurate. You know, it's like the Florida man situation is I think a big contributor. I think a big contributor to that, and then I think there are also a lot of I think there are also a lot of small business owners. I think realistically that A, probably don't want to say anything, or B, feel beholden to a sort of belief system that's just been put upon them from the area that they're in. I think it has a lot more to do with that than anything else. Like, this country that we live in right now is just full of a large group of religious fundamentalists, which I think is very dangerous. And I think like a perfect example of that in the news right now is Israel versus the Gaza Strip, essentially. Israel versus the Palestinians. And truth be told, there's horrific things happening on both sides. But, you know, John Oliver did a piece on this a couple years ago, and somebody sent me the link to it where he was talking about it, that, yes, there are horrific crimes coming from one side and horrific crimes coming from the other side. But one side is incredibly impoverished, and the other side is incredibly funded and heavily militarized with a level of technology that is unparalleled except for probably the U.S. and maybe China, right? And these two sets of horrific things are happening, and people say, oh, well, it's not a religious affair. But both of those groups are fundamentally religious. And I think the big problem that exists is that religion, organized religion, adds a characteristic to human beings that ingrains in them at a very young age up until they're an adult, the other, right? The other group, right? The other group is blah, blah, blah. It's an essentially like a methodology to dehumanize other people, even if they are, even if you grew up next door to them, right? And I think that it's a way to otherize these other groups so that you have an opportunity for one group to oppress the other one and then have an excuse for it. And I think that that's where a lot of this comes from. I think that's where a lot of the origin of, I think pretty much all modern day conflicts for the last 500 years have come from religion. I think organized religions have been the motivating factor behind it, because that's the one common thread that seems to exist all around the globe, is that everyone has this their own like weird, creepy religion. And one of the reasons that I enjoy the United States is that the United States was founded as a secular country. Well, whether or not we've been able to live up to that standard is definitely debatable. I really don't think that we have. The founding of the United States as a secular country that will allow the expression freely of your religion, however you see fit, as long as you're not infringing on others' rights. That's one of the reasons why I'm proud to be an American, is that this country is supposed to be a secular union. And I don't think that we've really held up to that standard. I don't think that we've done that in the past. I think that we are doing that a lot more now than we have in the past, but strangely enough, there's these weird groups of like hyper fundamental religious zealots that are constantly inputting into the system that like this thing that they figured out this week is the bad thing, and that it's time to attack whatever group they've decided to point the finger at. Keeps those people so riled up that you can't even make a decision to go like, yeah, it's bad that anybody's bombing anybody, right? Like, which should be, in my mind, should be first and foremost that thought. Alyssa says there's one customer who decided to go off with his politics, and now I can't help him anymore because all I can think is about how he must think I'm not really a human because I'm a woman, right? Yeah, and it's the othering of the other sex, and it's like, but tell me what religion doesn't other women, right? Like, which one doesn't? I've yet to find one, like maybe Buddhism, but I don't even know if Buddhism is really like an organized religion. It's sort of more like just a belief system, right? For the past 6 or 7 decades, there's been a concerted effort by a group of millionaires/billionaires to distort and mind-wash Americans. The John Birch Society never went away. That's true. They have not gone away. They're still around, and they're profoundly powerful. And I think one of the big reasons for that is that the figureheads of these groups are empowered by stating that they have a power that you can't. There's no way to deny it, right? And the problem is that like religious people want to prove that there's a God because they said that there was a God, but you have no proof for it other than faith, right? So whenever they say there's a God, it's like the easiest way to argue that is like, oh, well, there's a God. I talked to him. He said that your God is fake. And then they go, no, and you're like, okay, cool. We're having the conversation of like a 3-year-old, right? But that's the problem, is that the fundamental belief exists on a non-existence, right? So if you ever try to have like a full-on argument of going that like, hey, your religion is creating all these negative things. It's like, yeah, but they do charity. And it's like, okay, what charity? Oh, they feed people. Okay, like what people? But it's always just like fake generalization of like, here's the goodness that it does. And it's like, but what, do you have anything specific, right? And it's like, and I think that's one of the bigger problems. It's like, okay, well, how about the tax evasion of the Mormon church, which I wonder how far down the hole that is now. Mormon church tax evasion. Because I think it was something in the like $40 billion or something like that, right? Oh, this is in Australia. Let's see. Why are we in Australia? Oh, okay. Somehow Australia got thrown on there. Oh my God, can we? Nope, we can't read that Forbes article. We have to sign in. That's fucking bullshit. Every time. Let's see. Mormon Church. Oh, yeah, that's crazy. So, David Nielsen filed a whistleblower complaint with the IRS in 2019. Nielsen says that during his 9 years working at Ensign Peak Advisors, the value of the firm's investments ballooned past $100 billion. In his first public comments, Nielsen told 60 Minutes the firm used false records and statements to appear as a charity while stockpiling money and misleading the church members. Wow. Each year, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints collects an estimated $7 billion in contributions from its 17 million members. The church expects members to participate in tithing by contributing 10% of their income. Tithing is used to pay the church's bills and fund the church's programs. Whatever is left over, about $1 billion a year, is put into a reserve fund at Ensign Peak and invested. Oh my God. Nielsen said he left Wall Street in 2009 to work at Ensign Peak because he wanted to work for what he thought was a charity. He recalled thinking he could use the skills to do good. And the funds were never used for that. It was really a clandestine hedge fund. In 2013, one of Nielsen's bosses shared a document at a meeting that showed $1.4 billion from Ensign Peak went to a mall being built on land owned by the church, the whistleblower said. Another $600 million was used to help prop up a for-profit, church-owned insurance company called Beneficial Life. Yeah, that's the whole thing, is that, like, I have, like, woeful disagreements with people on whether or not they should be a part of organized religion, and, like, at every step of my adult life, at some point in time, every year, there's some kind of crazy scandal like this that comes out about almost every, it just rotates, basically. It's like 1 year it's the Catholics, 1 year it's the Muslims, 1 year it's the whatever, right? And it's just wild to think that, like, that system continues to go on, untaxed, unregulated, just doing whatever they want. And you just hear about it time and time again. But that's like a perfect example. Just $100 billion just floating around for what's supposed to be a charity. It's supposed to be a charity. It's a nonprofit. It's a charitable nonprofit. Like, oh, okay. Joel G says, lots of my family are religious nutters. It's the cause of a lot of stress. Yeah, and I really realistically think that, like, the level of stress that is caused by the religious zealotry on this planet is definitely, in my opinion, not alleviated by the good vibes, I guess, these people feel. That, like, they're somehow going to be justified after death, which is just impossible to prove to anybody. That, like, after death you're going to go to some new place, right? Some new other place that's going to be way better than this place. It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense that, like, you wouldn't want to make the place that we know exists, the earth, right? We're here, we're on the earth, we'd want to make this heaven. Like, no? Okay, no? You want to act like an asshole for an average of, 78 years, and then hope that you're going to go to some other place that's going to be made awesome by somebody else. It just makes no sense to me whatsoever. Like, why wouldn't you want to make this place heaven that we all know we're all here, right? Like, we're here. We already are here, right? It's the idea that like we're going to terraform Mars. And Neil deGrasse Tyson put it the best way. It's like, why don't we terraform Earth then? If we're going to do that, we're already on this planet. We don't need to drive to another planet, right? It's like, why don't you drive from Washington to Florida, fix someone's house, then drive back and expect your house to be better? Like, it makes no sense. Religion brings in lots of money for therapists. True. Likely. I would think that that's probably true. Yeah. And then there's the fact that religions in the U.S. face zero accountability for their tax-free status. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's a lot of tax exemption that exists, but I think a lot of that has to do with the fraud. Like that case with the Mormon Church is that, like, I think they're just committing fraud and not being caught, which is, I think, probably highly likely that that's what's ongoing. If I had to wager, like, that's what I would wager on if I had to wager. That's where I would put my money. That's just not being prosecuted at all. Anyhow, should we play a game of Risk or should we continue this line of thought? I opened the green room on Discord if any of the members want to call in. Steve's our sponsor today. We'll leave it up to Steve. Where's he at? Oh, whoops, I have caps lock on. No wonder, that's why. Oh my God, I can't even edit that. I threw a W on there like a dingbat. Mickham says, so if a non-believer saves a believing man's child, was it then his God's plan, or does the believer think the non-believer is a bad person or had no right to exist at all? Yeah, that's the thing. It's this whole circular logic that's just like, people are beholden to this weird circular logic that allows them to sort of justify any decision that they've ever made. It's like, oh, God said so. Oh, why? Because I was wearing wool with cotton. On the title topic, did we mention clownfish? Well, I had some notes put aside on the differences between prodantrous hermaphroditism or protogynous hermaphroditism, right? Which is basically the difference between two different types of hermaphrodites, right? There's two different types. And basically what it is that there are two. The two different types are everyone's born as a male, everyone's born as a female, right? And actually, to answer Zipgun's question, yes. So, protogynous hermaphroditic fish are born as females. So that would be groupers, sea bass, and clownfish, right? Everybody's born... Or are clownfish born as males? Hold on. Fish born... I think clownfish are born as females. They're prodantrous hermaphrodites. Oh, okay. Clownfish are born as males. Sorry, I got that back. Sorry, I got that backwards. But basically, there's two groups. One group starts as male. One group starts as females. Some of the examples of prodantrous are gobies, wrasses, and parrotfish would be some good examples. And what's funny about this is that like the creatures that are far less complex, I guess. I don't know. It would be difficult to argue like the complexity of fish versus humans or whatever, right? Because there's just so many valuations that you would argue until the cows come home. Essentially, would be my reasoning for like, let's pump the brakes here before we argue for the next 60 hours on who's more complicated or not, right? But human beings, being what we are fairly complex creatures. We, more often than not, aren't accepting of the idea that like, oh, fish are able to do hermaphroditic maneuvers in the wild, based on outside input or necessity of male and female, right? Humans, being mammals, it's probably a little bit difficult for us to physically make those changes, but those personality changes definitely exist. And it's much more easier for us to accept that fish can completely biologically change than we could even accept that humans are able to change just their social interactive gender, right? Like that's somehow a big problem for us. And I think, it's one of those things that like there definitely could be a good conversation there as far as a back and forth with some of these people. Is that like, so you accept that clownfish are all born male and the dominant one turns into a female, right? Like that's not a big deal for you, but it's a big deal for you that like somebody decides that they want to be a woman instead of a man. Like that's a big deal. I just don't even get it. And I put it in as a title because I figured it would probably rile up some weirdos. And they didn't even get riled up. So I feel like there'll probably be a produced video that I'll make from the notes that I have here. And I'll make sure that my pronunciation is better. Freshwater ichthyology might be able to help out with that. Basically, under the true sense, unless it's a human, as we cannot ask or assess, we cannot confirm gender. Like, I guess, pseudo-hermaphrodites, you can. I did a long-term project on them. I also studied hermaphroditism, and similar in humans because I was told fish aren't that interesting. I think fish are interesting, but I also think that humans are interesting too. But when someone asks what gender my fish is, that cannot be answered. What sex the fish is different. Yeah. It's a great way to understand like the biological differences versus the gender difference. Yeah, I agree. As far as like humans go, as far as humans go, the gender representation is like very easy to it's very easy to like sort out because somebody says like, yeah, I'm a dude. You're like, oh yeah, okay, I'll just talk to you like, I'll just use your pronouns as a dude, or just use they them, which is not a big deal. They went over there. Where'd they go? They went over there. Oh, okay. Not a big deal. And also like I feel like the bigger issue, as I mentioned earlier, like stems from the religious standpoint, right? That like the religious zealotry requires that the dominance of man over woman, right, is a requirement in almost like all the religions, all the major religions. I think there's probably some niche ones out there that have different set of rules or whatever or anything like that. But any of the classical large religions all determine that like The man's in charge. Why? Because he's a man. That's why. And that's how it is. And you're like, well, why? Like, because. But I think like a lot of that sort of single-minded thinking, I think a lot comes from the religious zealotry. I think that's where most of that comes from, more than anything else. I always forget you guys are like on a delay. You guys are delayed behind me. That's why I want people to pop into the chat, because then I can actually talk to you with my mouth hole. Oh, whoops. I'm not supposed to show you the game. Hold on. I'll go back over to this scene while I find a game to play. Oh, is there anything that I want to play today? What's a weird map? 3-minute timer. We can't play that. Doot. What are we gonna play? Whoa, here's a weird map. Oh, it's full. There's got to be a different map out here. Oh, whoops. Okay, let's see what we got. V. Long time no see, Joel. Do you still work for the co-op? No, I do not. I do not. I work for nobody now. I work for nobody now. Which is probably why I'm able to talk about whatever I want now, because I'm no longer associated with a company. But feel free to do whatever you want. Oh my god, can I just find like a weird game to play? I just want to play like a weird map with some weirdos. Scrolling. Let's see. Oh my god, we got new members again. All these games are full. All the weird maps get filled up fast. So we got to be quick. We got to be quick to find a good map here if we want to find a weird map. Las Vegas, Nevada. Sold. All right. Elise Jones softball highlights. The Christian Carpenter was gifted a membership. Okay, this map is not launching. We'll go to a different map. That was not launching. I don't know why. There's a lot of weird people, a lot of weird games out here. There's a lot of weird settings. There's a Vegas map? Yeah, there's a Vegas map. Yes. It's called Las Vegas, Nevada. Zippity doo dah, zippity day. Do 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 do. Oh. Here's a weird map. Let's see if we can play this. 4-player game. Oh, okay. Yeah. I guess we're playing a 4-player game, folks. What's up, everybody? We're back. We're streaming. We're doing a thing. Oh, crap. I got to hit the ready button. Okay, I got it just in the nick of time. Only had 5 seconds left. Oh, my God. All right, so I'm in 4th position. Oh, my God. Is this fixed? What are we doing? We're on Nan Madol. Madol. I don't know how to say that right. Turn timer 60. AI medium. Ranked, yes. Fixed, balanced, blitzed. Blizzard's on. Wait. Fixed. Okay, we're getting fixed, so we got to look at the bonuses here. We got a +3, +4, +3, +5, 4, 7, and a 5. Fantabulous. Where are my troops? My troops? Where are my troops? Looks like we're able to keep this +3 down here. Maybe? Let's see. We got a spot down here, maybe. We got these guys up here. We're playing fixed, so we want to combine our troops into a big stack so we can try to kill the other players. Where are the blizzards? Blizzards cut off this zone over here. Blizzard cuts off that from going over there. All right. I haven't played this map. Let's see. We have a 1 somewhere to take a 1. White's moving over this way. Okay, white's moving towards us. But also, who knows? We need to get some vision around the board and figure out who's where. I can't really see anything in the middle. I don't know who's in the middle. You hit my 1. Oh, no. Is there, okay, yeah. Well, let's see what we got here. Let's go with the 9er. 8 here, 6 here. Next phase, we'll go and we'll hit that. Then, they have a 6. I think I'm going to hit this one just for the fun of it. We'll leave a 4 there in case white wants to hit our 4. We'll see. Blue will get 3. They could potentially put 3 onto this 3. And, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. First turn, take two. Take two. Call me in the morning type situation, and we'll see how this goes. White's got a 7 over here, a 6 here, a 6 there. They're pretty spread out for a fixed game. Blue got a bonus. Blue got a bonus on the first round. Okay. V. Bui, was it a bitter end? I just hope it was healthy. I have a public statement posted on my Patreon. You can go look it up there. So we get more non-members who chat and still doesn't gift them. Yeah, I don't know. Seen a lot of fish. Look this up at Rebecca Lowry. Not everyone has signed up for gifted memberships. Yeah, that's a problem. We've noticed that in the past. That people that aren't gifted memberships or don't have that turned on have run into that problem. Where they're like, oh man, what's the deal? I should have gotten gifted a membership, but they don't because they don't have it turned on. You got to turn that on. It's a thing that you have to turn on. All right, so we got 6 on our... How many did White get? 5. No, they got 3. Okay, they don't have a bonus. Where's the next bonus? This one up here. What?
Olivia's spiking the fever and she needs to be picked up from daycare.
Okay.
I'm on a meeting.
Okay, I'll go get her. We'll have to go get Olivia. She's got a fever. Sounds like Olivia's not feeling well, and I got to go pick her up. So we'll see how well we can accelerate this game. Where's that blue going? I only have 32 troops now. What's going on here? Must not be playing well. What did White do? Did White do anything? We didn't see what they did. White started with 3 troops. Blue started with 7. Black started with 3. Black started with 3. So me and Blue and I are the only ones? Are Blue and I the only ones that have a bonus right now? Okay, well. Ten on 6. 10 on 6 is not a good idea. We'll have a 10 up here in the corner. We'll build ourselves a 10 up here in the corner. Oh, man. Member milestone chat just to make the chat more greener. The greeneriest. Member for 56 months. Will, a member for 40 months. Woo, woo. Hey, what's up, buddy? I don't know what white's trying to do. Fixed cards. I don't have a trade yet. Man, this game is going slow, considering there's only 4 players. I'm running out of easy takes, though. But we'll bring our 10 over here, I think, is what we'll do next. I can't get my 4 out because white has my 4 blocked in. We'll make that a 10, and a 10, and a 12. All right. Moving on up, do to the east side. And then I think maybe I could... Oh, okay. And put a 10 there. Let me get some vision to the middle of the board here. Because I gotta get... I think I gotta get through here and break blue. But, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Does blue have a bonus yet? Blue still has a bonus. But we don't know what bonus do they have? Oh, they have this right here. I don't know. I don't know how to say that. Okay. Hit one more. Greed. Let the greed take you. Yeah, and then they brought it all the way back. So hopefully white... Let's see, what's white going to do? White's going this way. Okay. Can probably afford to wait one more turn. Let's see. Black traded. Oh, maybe they didn't trade. Oh. Are they a bot? Oh, they are. Okay. Well, then. We'll go ahead and put 14 here. And we'll leave 12 here. And then we'll take our little whoop-de-doo over here. They don't have a trade. I'll put a 12 in here. We'll see what they do. We'll put a 12 in here, and we'll see what they do. If they put all 3 here, hit black. Or hit me. Oh, yeah! Well, I got a big trade. Then we'll be able to clear out all my ones. Oh, they found a white 6 behind him. Hit this one. Oh, and they put a 13. Ah, nice. Nice. Although I have a trade next turn. Oh. White hit my 4. All right. And white has a 16 up here, too. White's been quietly stacking troops. Black's a bot now. Yoink. See how my dice are. Not great. But good enough. Good enough. Let's see, did they quit? They quit. Okay. I wonder if they're only right here. If blue's only right here, I could get 4 cards. What's the pathing here? Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. And where does white go from here? Oh, black's got 7. So they have this area right here. And they traded. Okay. I think my opportunity right now is to kill blue. I think this is the only spot where blue's left. Could be wrong, though. Yeah, 14's enough. We'll find out. Nope. Yeah, I thought that was the last of blue, but I was wrong. Oh, now they traded. Let's see what blue hits. I don't even think. Oh, they came through up here? Oh my god. Well, it actually was kind of helpful. Oh god, they're going to hit me. But they know they aren't going to kill me, so I don't know what they're doing, but all right. How many troops did they get? 5. So all of their bonuses are broken. And I'll be able to hit through back here. They won't have a trade. Okay. Okay. How many did black get? 9? Oh, black's expanding. I know white's got stuff up here, though, too, so. We'll see if we can kill white. Who was the host of this lobby? Was it white? It might have been white. Let's see how my dice are. Only lost 6. There. Meh. I decided to leave 10 there in hopes that I don't get my little bonus broken over here. Does it do a 5-on-3? It goes over. Okay, good. Oh, it's fortified. White gets 3. They don't have a trade. Totally not fish related, but I just discovered the wonders of the broil function on my oven. Yeah. Hey, broil is an important feature. Broil is an incredibly important feature for all oven adventures. Did White quit? Oh, we'll see. Yep, White quit. Everyone I'm playing against quit. There's nothing but bots left. Oh my god, the bot's gonna hit me. Oh, it didn't hit me. Oh, I'm a lucky guy in the corner over here. I'm the only human player left. That's why I don't normally play these weird maps with like 4 players. Goofy. I'm gonna have to play defensively here, which is not really my. It's not really my strong suit. But I might be able to kill White. I don't know how much of White is left. I got 6. Let's say. Okay. How much do we want to invest in this? I think if we leave a 9. Well, that ends that idea. Put an 8 over here. I don't know if we'll be able to withstand the blue bot. Oh, probably not. No, they're gonna put everything here. Nope. Oh, it's not gonna do a 7 on 8. Okay, we survive at least one more round. They had 6 troops, so they had this bonus here. Yeah, black is just dominating the game right now. If the white bot can hit black a little bit, that would be helpful. Black just got 22. I probably die on this. They got set. They put. Oh, we're probably gonna die this round. Do I have a trade? No trade. Oh my god. A, I'm probably not gonna get a card, and B, I'm probably gonna die. Yep. No, it went that way. Who'd it kill? Oh, it killed white. Oh, that's all the white had left was right up there. Oh, man. Where's the cheapest place I have to get a card? A 6? Nope, that 6 turned into a 9. I could potentially hit a 7. A 14 on 7? Oh, my God. I don't even think that's 100%. Oh, maybe. Maybe it is. With 11. I gotta pull my stack over here and just try to survive. Try to survive the bots. Oh, my God. The bots. I want this blue to go over here. Yeah. Yeah, go that way. Yeah, come down here. That's fine. Break my bonus. Oh, I don't have a trade. I have a horse trade. It's no good. All right, here comes black, though. Black owns most of the board. 31. Black's getting 31. If potentially black can hit all of the blue, I got to try and get up this way. I don't think I'm going to be able to beat the bot because this is fixed. So fixed cards, no progressive trades, and no other humans. Here comes the black bot. Oh. I think blue might only be left down here. I guess we'll find out. We're going to find out, folks. We're not going to take the trade. We're just going to see if we can kill the blue bot. We got it. Guys, we guaranteed second place. Oh, my Lord. And we only have a horse trade. We only have a +6 horse trade. OMG, my guy. Is that even 100%? Can we get 100% take? 23 troops. How are our dice? Not good. What did they get? Oh my God, we took them all the way down to 27, guys. Yeah, we're dead. So black wins by botting out. I'm going. Okay. So black bot's out right now and wins the game by just joining the game and quitting. Exceptional. Exceptional chef's kiss. All right, we died. We did not win this weird, funky game. And we lost this weird, funky map. And apparently my daughter's not feeling good. Two intermediates and a beginner. That's not going to be good for our ranking. Let's see where it goes down to. We went down to 33392, whatever that means. Currently ranked 174th in the planet, on the planet rock that we live on. Let's go back here to the end of the show. All right. Turns out my daughter is apparently spiking a fever, so I'm going to have to go pick up Olivia. Apparently, Vicky just ran out the door to go pick her up, but I'm going to try and catch her on her way out. So, love you guys. I'll see you next week, or probably before then.